Okay, let's just dive right in with the big one, the question that's on pretty much everyone's mind in tech right now. Is AI coming for software developers' jobs? It's a simple question, right? But the answer, well, the answer is a whole lot more interesting than a simple yes or no. See, what we're really seeing isn't about replacement. It's a fundamental evolution of the job itself. The whole narrative is shifting away from AI as some kind of threat to AI as a brand new class of digital team member. So yeah, get ready to meet your new AI teammates. And this whole revolution, it isn't happening in a vacuum. It's being driven by a simple, powerful business reality. Our entire world runs on software, and the pressure to build more of it, better than ever and faster than ever, is absolutely immense. This isn't some trend born in a lab, it's a direct response to a massive market demand. All right, let's really get into it. To truly understand what's going on, you've got to know that not all this AI stuff is the same. Right now, there are two really distinct tiers of AI agents emerging, and they are completely reshaping how we build software. The core difference here really boils down to one key idea: augmentation versus delegation. Tier 1 assistants, think GitHub Copilot, they work with a developer. They think in lines of code to make you faster. But Tier 2 agents, like the famous Devin, they work for a developer. They think in project steps, taking on an entire task from start to finish. It's a huge difference. So let's look a little closer at Tier 1. The best way to think about these is as the ultimate pair programmer. They basically live inside your coding environment, suggesting the next chunk of code, answering your questions, and just knocking out all those little repetitive micro tasks that eat up your day. It's all about making you more productive. But Tier 2, wow, this is where we see a genuine paradigm shift. This is what we're calling the AI engineer. It operates on a much higher level. You don't ask it to write a specific line of code. You give it a feature request or a bug report, and it just autonomously plans and executes the entire workflow. And here's where that difference becomes crystal clear. It's all about the scale of the task. You tell an assistant, hey, generate a Python function to upload a file to S3. That's a prompt. But you'd give an autonomous agent a task, an objective, like add S3 upload functionality to the user profile page. You see, one is a command, the other is a mission. So what does that mission look like? Well, the agent gets the task and first breaks it down into a logical plan. Then it uses its own web browser to go read the latest documentation. No outdated knowledge here. It writes the full feature in a safe, sandboxed environment. Then it runs tests on its own code to make sure it works. And finally, it submits a complete pull request for a human to review. It's the whole shebang end to end. Okay, so the tech is obviously super impressive. But what does it actually mean for the business, for the bottom line? Let's move past the hype for a minute and look at the real business case, the true costs, and, more importantly, the potential payback. When you're looking at the budget for these tools, the first thing you have to realize is that the monthly subscription fee you see on the website, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real total cost of ownership goes much, much deeper. So if the license fee is just the tip, what's hiding under the water? Well, take a look. The actual license can be less than half of what you'll spend in the first year. The rest of it, and this is the stuff that often gets overlooked, is the essential investment in training your team, setting up governance, admin, and all these other hidden operational costs. So yes, it is a significant investment, for sure. But the reason every leadership team is taking this so seriously is because the potential return on that investment is, well, it's massive. This payback really comes from three main areas. First, of course, is a huge boost in productivity and speed. We're talking about developers completing tasks up to 55% faster. Second, and this might surprise you, is actually higher quality. Teams are seeing a real increase in successful pull request merges. And third, and this is so important, is the people factor. A whopping 90% of developers say they feel more fulfilled in their jobs, less bogged down by the boring stuff. So when you actually crunch the numbers, what does that all add up to? The business case that was analyzed in the source material for this explainer actually calculates a potential return on investment as high as 7.1 times the initial cost. Yeah, 7.1x. That's a number that makes anybody in a boardroom sit up and take notice. Okay, but let's be real, right? It's not a magic bullet. Adopting these powerful tools comes with some very real risks and challenges. So let's get pragmatic and take a hard look at the hurdles and, more importantly, how you can clear them. The number one fear, the one that keeps executives up at night, is all about security. Are we about to feed our company's most valuable asset, our secret sauce, our proprietary code, into a public AI model that our competitors can then use? It's a terrifying thought. So how do you manage that? Well, it all comes down to having a solid governance framework. That means you only use enterprise-grade tools that give you a contractual guarantee they won't train on your data. It means starting small with a pilot team. It means keeping rigorous human code reviews. And, this is so crucial, it means investing in new kinds of mentorship programs so junior devs learn high-level architectural thinking, not just how to write a good prompt. And what this all really boils down to is a super important realization. Adopting AI engineers isn't just a tooling change. It's not like buying a new license for some software. This is a fundamental shift that forces you to rethink your team structures, your management processes, even career paths. It is an organizational design change. Which, brings us right back to where we started, but now the question has a lot more depth. We've seen that the simple fear of replacement is, well, it's misguided. The real and frankly more profound question we all need to be asking ourselves now is this. When an AI can be an engineer, what does it mean to be a human one? What skills become the most valuable? That's the challenge and honestly the opportunity that lies right in front of us.